Hello, we are back and ready to start the star round.
Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
One of the things that I'm kind of wondering, because 999 did it, is if this path is actually longer than it seems, and that it's actually like the good path, because no one has died yet. But maybe we'll go back and find someone dead.
The Ambidex Gates can be opened as many times as the players wish.
Right, we know this. As many times as we want, huh?
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
I assume that we're gonna have to do that at some point to get everybody at 9. So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so?
Oh, that's right. Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors can all shut.
Yes. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a red solo. Have we ever been a solo? I think we were one time and then it didn't let us continue or something. Or our partners were dead.
I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great.
Yeah. Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here.
Okay.
I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
Huh? Wait a second. If Luna and Clover are a magenta pair, Phi's a cyan pair, and Kay's a yellow pair. Who the hell am I supposed to partner
The
up with?
cyan pair, I imagine.
What?
Phi and her mysterious partner.
How do you figure that?
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green, and blue would be white.
Exactly.
Oh, have we actually seen the doors? I didn't think we had. So I was confused as to why he was like trying to figure it out. Okay, we're forced with Phi again.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them.
Okay.
After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors.
So we didn't see it, he did. I was confused. I was like, I don't remember
Well,
seeing
to
it.
be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
I don't need to. Are we going there or are you just showing me where it is?
Yeah, I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about.
Okay. Oh my god, I don't need to see! Come on, I get it.
They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
I wonder what colors they
As
are.
far as pairs go,
So we're stuck with Phi, and we're either with Alice, Tenmyouji, Quark, or Dio.
we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. I'm kind of worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
What is it?
Go on.
I'm meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Phi. She nodded back. See, the truth is... What?
What?
Oh, is he talking about the bomb?
Oh no.
You found another bomb?
Okay. I thought he was gonna talk about his premonitions or whatever, and I was like, didn't we just say that we're not gonna tell them? Yeah. In the garden.
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
And I also didn't see a bomb in the crew quarters when I examined it, so they've been put in afterwards. Was there a number on... Oh, there was a number. I was like, why are you asking, Sigma? There was a number on this one, too. It said 1. Since the one we found in the crew quarters said 3 on it,
You
well...
think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
Why can't we all go back there and see them and then split off?
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... Let's see.
Someone could die if we're gonna split up. Oh, we have like 2 hours.
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Good, let's go. Okay, time to search for a bomb. Are we gonna find like 01 or whatever? Although I feel like these bombs are being slowly placed. Are we sure? Well, there's 1 and then 3, so there's probably the other ones, right? If they're placing them in order. Where are we even going? Are we just searching? Is this what this is? Warehouse B. Were we just... No, we were in Warehouse A. Okay. So these are the white doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, there's a lock thing. No question, these are chromatic doors, I guess.
So it seems.
Why are you here? Ah! What? Oh, when did you...
I've been here the whole time.
What are you talking about? No, you weren't. You would have walked with me. Don't lie. Seriously? I didn't notice you at all.
Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
Can you stop talking to me? So what do you want? Why are you stalking
I'm not
me?
stalking you.
You are. You're following me.
I just followed you here.
That's... something a stalker would say. That's pretty much the same thing. But how did you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman? No, she was just jumping. She was in the air, so you couldn't hear her walking.
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Uh-huh. Yeah, actually. I don't need to see her say that again. You also jumped super high all the way up into the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Graffiti? Oh yeah, that. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Did a kid write that, or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to spell ninth wrong. Who puts an E in
You're
there?
right.
Then again, maybe it means something.
Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Yes. Hey now, give me a little credit. Even I know what memento mori means. You see it all over the place. As far as I know, it translates to something like, be aware of death, or remember your mortality. Never forget that we all die someday. I guess it's a sort of cautionary thing.
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Huh? Well, let's see. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. But perhaps if I... Latin.
Huh?
Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure out... Maybe you can figure more
Well,
of
I
it
know
out.
a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how'd you know that phrase? Ipsoplasm Jupiter repertiber.
Oh, that. That's from, this.
What? She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment, then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Oh. Ipsoplasm gotta be good. So I guess the I is pronounced like a J in Latin, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an I? I thought that was an L. What is
A
this?
memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does that
She
mean?
died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
Very scratched up. Oh, what about your
Don't
father?
have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Volapsum semel occasionum non ipsi protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
Yeah, I agree.
There's something else we need to do too, though.
Find the number 2 bomb.
Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So...
You're saying we should go somewhere
Yeah.
else?
Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started toward one of the exits. I followed. Alright, let's go look. Beep, 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 beep. Where are we going? Archives. Oh my gosh, there's another scale in the corner there. The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now, where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
So what about that
We
Jupiter
can talk
stuff?
while we look.
What?
Now get started.
What about it? I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Fi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time.
Oh, that's what... Okay, I was like, what?
No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Dimensions, you mean?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Is that the same thing as there being infinite dimensions or something? Well, kind of. I think I've heard it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say...
You're gonna give me a weird
I
explanation.
don't care what it
again.
is, but could you move?
What?
Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
Oh, are you just gonna say, like, we do a different thing in every world or whatever? I had no idea what this was supposed to explain, but I did as she asked. What? Others? What are others? Cheer, blow a kiss, tap dance, moonwalk. Oh, dang it! Okay, I thought it wouldn't let me go back. Let's tap dance. Yeah,
What the hell was that?
wasn't it obvious? I was tap dancing.
Oh, thought you were trying to kill a roach or something.
Excuse me.
Never mind. Anyway, you wanted to show me your incredible moves, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you could have chosen to moonwalk or scratch your head.
Aren't moonwalking and scratching your head kind of different?
The details don't matter. Just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world. A world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things?
See, I like this theory as like a theory of how things are in real life. I don't know if it's actually real, but I think it would be a nice theory that there's like universes out there that are like any number of universes where everything has happened.
Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet.
I think that's a weird way to explain it. You could have just said if air is different, like air doesn't have a choice, but it could be different in any number of circumstances. Like it doesn't have to be conscious to be different.
Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming.
I'm pretty sure air is like a scientific calculation, though. I don't think it could just change on a whim.
A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out.
Okay.
Hey, you stopped.
Stopped what? Tap dancing?
Are you done with that shelf?
Oh. Oh, no, not
Well,
yet.
keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics?
I'm aware that they exist.
Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
Okay, this one? Sure. I handed the box I'd been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there.
I don't like that.
Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
Part of what? With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them in next to the lion.
All right. Everything's ready. Remember
Ready?
that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking
This
for
will
the...
only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
See a lion, I see a thingy, and I see a thingy. Well, there's a stuffed
From
lion.
now on, that's a cat. A living cat.
Okay.
This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat. Meow.
Oh, man. This again?
Sorry. I can't
I
help
find
it.
that hard to believe. Ugh. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
All right. What else do you see?
Wait, that's not even a pond and a jar of
Right.
ink.
Now the weight is going to be radioactive material. And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of
Idiot.
here.
It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive
And the jar of
material.
ink.
It's full of poisonous
Exactly.
gas.
Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour.
Why are we explaining this so much later after finding the Schrodinger's cat thing?
So let's close the lid. And pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead?
I already know this experiment.
You can't open the box to check.
Cat
And
is
you
both
can't hit the
presumed
box.
alive and dead.
Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, the cat inhales it, and death will whisper
And what
away.
if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives
Ha
to
ha.
tell the tale.
And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't personally
Then
know.
guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
Neither. The cat is, pause for dramatic effect, alive.
You're wrong.
It's
That's
dead.
wrong too.
Then let me answer the I hate when games do that. And then what's the right
The
answer?
answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
I knew that answer. What? How does that make
It's an
any
extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities.
I got it before you explained it. Then it's both alive and dead.
So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat.
So I think what all of that was trying to say is that all of our choices that we're making, all the different possibilities, in the end it won't matter once we reach the final truth, right? And that will be the final truth where everything will merge together. That's what I got from that anyway.
The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
That's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah, well, your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game?
Yes.
When you
we
chose
just lived
Betray,
through that.
what was my vote?
Ally.
But what happened this time?
I chose Ally and you chose Betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the
I
deadline.
see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose Betray, then my vote was Ally. If you chose Ally, then my vote was Betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
And my choice in the future altered your action in the past.
From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it.
Okay, but that doesn't... I'm gonna ignore that doesn't make sense. The explanation of the cat in the box does make sense. This one doesn't. Now that I thought about it, round 1 had been the same. When I'd chosen Ally, Alice had chosen Betray, and again, that didn't make sense. And when I'd chosen Betray, she'd done the opposite.
Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
I don't want... I get it. She spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid. What did I roll?
Right. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
Could be anything. Could be
Okay.
2.
I'm going to open the lid. Good job.
Wait, did I actually get that? Or would it have been different?
You got it right.
Would it have always been right? That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
2.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Oh, wait. So you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all numbers.
That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number.
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? What do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's not okay. That's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Can we look for the bomb?
We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa, I think I get it now. You just Sigma. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. That's how you learned. That's how you knew all those other things you should have known.
That's the best I can figure out. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew. What's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just...
what?
I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
You aren't kitten, are you? Sigma, stop talking. Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. That's what I said. Early on. All 9 of us are locked up inside the box, right? Meow.
And what if you've got it backwards?
Backwards? What if the outside is the box and
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
Then the moment we step out of this place... Well, it's the same either way as a thought. Like, anyone on the outside, from their perspective, we're in the box. From our perspective, anyone on the outside is in the box. It's the same thing. It's not any one or the other.
We might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. That's not... okay. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them... We've just been standing here the whole time.
There you are.
Did you find the bomb, Clover? Were you actually productive?
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it.
Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb. The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, someone is going in after the fact and putting these bombs in. Because it was definitely not there. Is this it?
Yeah.
What do you mean,
This
is
is one
it,
of them,
Sigma?
all right.
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now. I don't think so.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in
Everyone.
the infirmary?
Tenmyouji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all
Right
go?
after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Fi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
Yes. It took her only a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo. Okay, we're not with Alice. And Quark was a blue solo. Okay, we're not with Quark. Are we with Dio? Wait, what was Fi's? Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair. No, I think we're with Tenmyouji? She was cyan. So what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
If I laid out what that would mean. Yeah, I think there's only one option, right? Or is there multiple options? Hold on. I would love it if there was multiple options. Find Tenmyouji cyan would pair with me, red. Kay and Dio, yellow, would pair with Quark, blue. Clover and Luna would pair with Alice.
Huh? There's only one option?
Oh, why did it say options?
Yeah,
Dang it.
any other
Okay,
combinations don't make white.
well. What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's gonna be a while until
We'll
they
just
wake
have
up.
to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah. Well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
Oh, what about Quark?
He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Well, we still need to figure out what we're gonna do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much... What? The bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT, which is nothing to sniff at, but it's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking
It could
about.
be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
Oh. You mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Oh, like that. Yeah.
The reactor.
Yeah. There is supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligrams.
If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
Then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
No, that's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Yeah, Clover, are you actually gonna talk now?
Well, that's, during my training, they,
Training for what?
my job?
Ah, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's right then.
Why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
Oh my god. Come on. What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work
No,
at a
you're
cafe.
not. No, you're not.
It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Just talk to each other.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
Yeah, good distraction. What are you talking about?
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Damn. We still have an hour. We're supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago.
I'm heading back then.
Dude.
Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary.
Remember, this is a distraction, so I don't have to talk about it.
You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hey, you haven't... Damn it. And she's gone. Fine. She's right, you know, we need
Hold
to get
on.
going.
I need to check something really quick.
What? Hello? Oh, are we checking on them in the infirmary?
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Wait, aren't we meeting up at the warehouse? When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Oh, what? Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly. Any traces of madness we'd seen earlier, long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own
So
eyes.
what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password.
Yep, and we got that from a
If
different
you enter that
timeline.
password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Wait, do we have to deactivate each one?
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh wait, didn't we just get a thing? From the control room in one of the safes? Was that the thing to enter a password in to deactivate?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Don't we have
Not
it?
a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket. Yeah,
That was in the safe in the control room.
exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Five figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly.
Oh, that's what... Okay, that was confusing. I didn't realize, like, her being like, I gotta do something first meant we stayed in there for a while. It looked like what she had to do first was in the infirmary. Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged in a couple random characters and all we got was an error. You're just gonna... You're just gonna try at random? I don't know if I would do that. What if it was, like, set to blow up if it gets the wrong input?
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
I have it. somewhere.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Not necessarily.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the Nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment.
I don't think they would be, because it wouldn't make sense.
What is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
Exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs? Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes. But... no buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand? No reason to wait. Let's get started.
Assuming the remote is in here. Because why would... well... This, the logic of people in this is kind of beyond me, but why would someone set bombs and, well, I guess you could have the remote with you and then just use it when you leave, but you could also have the remote outside for when you leave, if you could plan ahead.
Anyone want to volunteer to go first? Alright. Let's see.
Why wouldn't anyone volunteer? There has to be someone who doesn't have something on them. Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search
What?
one person.
Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them. Was this meant to be an ending that we reached, and since we already know?
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. Dun, dun, dun. What was that? I saw a flash something I hadn't seen before. That person. You did it. The room was suddenly silent. Is this an ending? Oh, it is. Maybe we need more information to actually get this. Interesting. Where are we at? So I'm assuming that this actually is a longer path. Weird. Okay. I assume it would have to go on longer than what it shows there. Okay, so... Dang, there's a lot of, like, locked paths here. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna be going all the way back up here and going through a different door. I'll probably do that in the next one. That was a lot of explanation of things. Okay, yeah. Next time we're gonna go back and choose a different door, and then we'll go down whatever this path here is. Should be a fun time. And then, I mean, after that, unless it unlocks a lock that we've already hit, we're gonna be going down this path all the way back there and doing the center. So yeah, see y'all in the next one.